Alright, welcome back to Slay the Princess. Now, if you remember last time, I was exploring, I did some weird shit. Shit got weirder. So many weird stuff happened. Now we're back where we all left off, and I will try something new.
You're on a
Or
path
try,
in the
at
woods,
least.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, this one, I'm gonna see something, alright? What I'm gonna do, maybe a little bit
The interior
different,
of the cabin
weird,
is almost
awkward, I'll
entirely
see.
bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
What I'm gonna do for this one is that I'm gonna straight up kill her. That's what I'm gonna do. No talking, no nothing. Straight
The
up
door
kill
to the
her.
basement creaks open, revealing
And
a
see if that
staircase
anything happens.
faintly
I don't know.
illuminated
Something
by
may
an
happen,
unseen
something may
light
not.
in the
I'll see
room
what
below.
happens.
This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago.
The music
That
cut off.
arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? Yes, exactly. It's over.
Yep.
With your work
And I'll leave.
done,
Yep,
you
that's
make
it.
your way up
Exactly.
the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
See how
You
easy
did
that was?
kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
That's
But
true.
it was for the greater good.
That's
One of these days
maybe
that
true.
will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
She's going to come back,
But
of
that
course.
day isn't today. let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain
That's the
doom
voice.
isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone
Exactly.
is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
That's bullshit. Let me out of here. Exactly. Kind of hope we get a better ending. Exactly.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
I feel like that might be an Aladdin reference right there. Too much similarity right there. Your eternal reward.
This
Yeah.
is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no.
I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
I'm about to kill myself, don't I?
Blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing that would
Okay.
get you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you
Yes.
not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it.
Yep.
Don't you dare.
Anything to get us out of this hell. Let's
I
do
made
it.
this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust
Whoa.
and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end.
Nice doing.
Nice knowing you.
Hey. Okay. Hey, the Spectre. A new one. See?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Exactly. But I killed myself. What am I
I can
doing
assure
here?
you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Which verse I'm gonna get now?
That's fine.
Ah, the
It wasn't
cold.
very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's
Those
do
are
this
two
option.
very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you
Yeah.
locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
Yep.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yep.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again.
Oh my god.
But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Damn. Alright.
Just stay focused, will you? Just be quick about it.
Let's see.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round.
IQ.
Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
Yeah.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
Yeah.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise. And that's exactly what we're afraid of. Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing
That's
over your
fucking
masochism.
hilarious.
The cabin awaits. She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
Yeah, he's not gonna elaborate. Alright.
Right, now if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Let's go to the cabin. Let's say hi to her.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement and find her body so we can be done with this. As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Yes.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Okay, let's take the
You
blade.
take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Alright, in we go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell.
Oh, Jesus.
Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see.
Fuck, something's gonna jump out.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought,
shit.
the top of her head appears from underneath the floor.
Oh,
Two deep
God.
set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost!
exactly, bro. It's a Alright, come on.
Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I
Oh
had some
my
issues
God.
with how our last meeting went.
Why does she sound like that? Ah! God dang it. Bro. That is not... Okay. Alright, let's just go for it.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her
have
fingers
an
across
orbit?
your
Wow,
shoulders
I'm a
and
planet.
down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
Well, this is better than Nightmare, that's for sure.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
See how things play out. Yeah, let's see.
I see you brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Do you know why he came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Oh. Oh my god, there's thousands of questions. Jesus. Let's just go to the next interesting one. Let's see what sister happened. We already killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish. Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. You haven't
Exactly.
tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you? And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? You're going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere. What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Yep. What are you doing not being dead? Let's go that one.
I don't feel very dead. But I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to. Not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
That's true.
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
I'm pretty sure that's the ship.
Wherever I'm supposed to be. It's out there.
How specific.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
No. Those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing. But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything will be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all.
Oh God.
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
She's asking if she can possess us. She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
That's true.
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Temporary, right?
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
Don't much like the sound of that. It's crowded enough in here as is.
Okay,
It
bro.
could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
Sure, why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Exactly.
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
I need to think of this.
Take your time. I know it's a lot to think about, but I'm very good at waiting.
Let's see the other ones. I should have done that. Yeah.
Too little, too late. You
Very
can
nice.
still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance? When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Okay. Alright, buddy. Alright.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
Oh god, her face.
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
Jesus. She's like frozen.
I'm not interested in
Stupid.
why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. But we've already been over that. So why don't you stop stalling and let me in? It's so cold out here. You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathizing with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Exactly.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
Fair enough. Exactly. Okay, I get it.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done.
Yeah.
What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of. Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic. Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea. You were chosen for this job for a reason.
That's right, killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say? I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want? The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't hear answer my question. If you don't want it, doesn't letting out mean.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I
Exactly.
really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real. I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Wow, there's a lot. She already answered that question. Okay, team, other ideas. Thoughts? No.
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
Oh, okay.
We could always try violence.
Okay.
It's worked for us so far. She's a ghost. Who says ghosts are immune to violence? Common sense?
Exactly.
There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
Yeah.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here. We could. It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world. And is that really so bad? Yes. It is by its very definition bad. But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Yeah, that's silly.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get
I'm giving you a do-over.
I'm
I'll be
afraid it's too
freeze.
late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick
Whoa.
back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice.
She can hear it. Oh, shit.
It doesn't work like that for you.
Clearly it doesn't.
Holy
Or she
shit,
wouldn't have
that's
commented on
awesome.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also
Whoa, what do you mean?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass. I'm
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist.
Oh, that's
That's all that
crazy.
matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're
Yeah.
not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you.
more important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
Kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously, she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
And
Exactly.
setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
There's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Let's leave and see what happens.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your
Okay.
body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Exactly.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you.
Oh,
I will
wow.
continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
Wow.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body
Exactly.
wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen. You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Yep.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the
Oh, here comes
confines
the
of the
thing.
cabin.
I hear it.
As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
Oh, yeah.
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Damn.
I'm out. You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I meant to be.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It was her with the hands.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Ignore him. You have to look.
Nothing. Ah, there we go.
I think you know what I am.
There we go. Okay. That seems like near the end. Now, the question is, should I really just finish this? Exactly. Or should I save it for the next time I come here because, you know, exactly. It's going to take me a while to go through all the questions here. But who knows? Unless... Destroy the mirror! I can do that.
Because among other things, she is death itself.
Oh, I
To
answered
rid
this
the world
already.
of suffering,
Whoops.
to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. You're the Long Quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death. The narrator. Yes, I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me. Of course, that is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore. I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that. Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really
You want to be that petty?
There isn't much I can do to stop you.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Why not? I'm gonna do it for this one.
Then ask them, and make it quick. I won't last for long now that you can see me. It doesn't hurt. I don't feel pain. Not physically. I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time. Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece. My time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
Damn. Okay. Here comes the hands. so unsatisfying, terrifying every time I see that.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Did I ask these questions already?
Every
I
word
did.
you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Let's see. Did I ask this question already?
Even
I did,
as your
yeah.
eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. Of course I have a say
Okay,
in all
I
of
did
this.
ask. Alright.
You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand.
Yeah, I think I answered all these
Cannot
questions,
use
didn't I?
alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Oh. There we go.
A shiver passes through you as unseen fingers dance across your skin. They remember the violence you inflicted on them, and yet they don't return. I offer you absolution, and you take my hand in yours. You felt the pain you caused another, and you were willing to sacrifice everything you thought was you to set me free. Without sin, there is no redemption.
Without redemption, there can be no sin. You sound like a dumb idiot. Mama say it.
And without contrast, there can be nothing at all. Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp? I am so deeply woven into the threads of this reality that I cannot imagine it without me. Perhaps there is a better world to build. But you cannot know
weird.
until you see it. Are you so sure in your blind optimism that you would shatter all of creation?
things more terrifying than one's own heart. And there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared. You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation? I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
Forgot, what was the last one? Razor?
A trick behind your back and a trick
Oh, this
behind
one,
yours.
right! I forgot.
We
Wait, no,
dance,
wait.
revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move, and yet we both don't. For each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. You let me move, and I slam the door. But that is not the end. And both of us must face our partner once again. The barbs twist deeper, but they do not have to. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
There are no limits to throwing limits, and there's no difference. Okay. So far, only stuff I'm seeing with time, he could have been better.
And there is always time. A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it. On it goes until your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive, dead, alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once. You learn to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me. And even then, what we saw was not an ending. When I thought I had reached an unconquerable peak, you showed me how much further I could still climb.
You will. Definitely dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Oh. Let's roll this one.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Voices weren't allowed here. Yeah.
I don't think that's wrong, but I'm not sure it's right either. But we can worry about all that later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things? That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Yeah. Let's go in the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
Okay, that caught me off guard.
It
She was
sounded
really
just like
straightforward.
that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Aw.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? Make
What?
me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Yeah.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever.
Oh my god, so much options!
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Aw.
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? We've heard each other pretty I still like you.
Okay,
If
alright.
you're hesitating,
Good point.
then you must still like me, too.
Fair point. Alright.
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Aw.
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
I can do that. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
I love you. Aw.
Oh, I love you too.
Just restarts! Shit!
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yo, that did not just happen! Alright, okay. I'm gonna leave the video there. That was crazy. Unexpected. But I'm gonna see stuff and go through things and check the memories and such to see what else has changed. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the episode there and hope you guys enjoyed.